And so you could address that, but then also can you talk about, for the last 10 minutes, any specific incidents and or if you want to channel any information to the listeners for the purpose of this radio show at this time?
Well, if you want to give me a couple of minutes while you talk to Joe or something like that, I can because I can feel the vibration in me. It's like I feel them in there just saying, this is so much fun.
Okay. Okay, so why don't we go to Joe to answer this question about the personality soul and oversoul, and then you can come back to us. Just interrupt when and if you feel, because we've only got 10 minutes, so we sort of have to move this along quickly.
Right, and if you can speak to the channels, and you can just say, well, this is the end of the show, and they'll know, or they'll know before that.
Yeah, I get it. It's all right. Okay, go ahead, Joe. Joe, can you address that?
Well, Carrie, as far as the definition of personality soul and oversoul, can you give me the definition? I've never even heard of oversoul before, so I can't even speak on that.
Okay. Well, I think that the person, some of the information out there that people read refers to an oversoul. It could be termed even a group soul, that have been getting information. It sounded, and again, if this is not your area, then we can move on to another question. But it sounded like you guys are getting information about, soul levels. That's a terminology that you guys were using. So I think people are asking questions about that to hear more about that.
And we may be able to clarify this for you at this time, if we may.
Sure, go ahead.
Then the oversouls, as those who ask these questions, there are different directions of energy, the oversoul of the higher mind to the lower mind, the ego mind to the spiritual one. There is also as we speak as a collective energy. So we come in and we become that higher mind as one into the vessel. And when we come in to the higher mind of this vessel to communicate, we come in as a group or as a conglomerate of many different species, depending upon the level of awareness that vessel has opened itself up to. Do you see what we mean here?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And we are open to your questions at this point, realizing that your time is limited.
Okay. Well, I guess if you can address the future of humanity at this time in the last 4 minutes, and then I will interrupt you at some point when we have to go off the air.
This will be fine. The humanity is the overall picture of what many speak of in their future. And we come to visit those like this vessel and others who allow themselves to open up to our communication. And humanity, we can look at them either in their world of fear, or we can look upon them in their potential. And we look at everything in what you would term as unconditional. For it is time for the world, your earth, the separation to occur now of allowing this new world to emerge. And of course, we tell you that humanity is a large picture within the oneness of this transition of change. And there are many, many souls now that are inhabiting to help this transition along. And when the transition occurs, there are many souls that have already agreed to move on, while others will be here to help rebuild your planet, so to speak, or your new world. And yes, there are those that do not want to see this happen, but in the light, and what you would call in your vocabulary the highest, or the higher lights of your fifth dimensional higher light. When you put these energies into the development of this transition of your earth, then it becomes a new awareness, a new reality that is set forth in humanity's thought processes and how they live and how they grow. So it is
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry to have to interrupt you here. We are going to have to close this down because we need to move on. There's another show coming up. I have to announce here, Dr. Waterman's show is coming right after this, and he's an excellent radio show host. So I encourage all people to listen if you're so inclined. Thank you very much for coming forward. Can you tell us where you're from?
I just came out.
Okay. Do you know where the channel was from, where the entity was, was located? Go ahead.
Yeah, the entity, actually it was more than one entity. It was, it's like they're one, but many. And, yes. They were extraterrestrial. They were, it's kind of like a council of different extraterrestrials. It's almost like they're sitting in a round table type of thing. And okay. I can see their faces a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have much time. Can you just say where they said they were from, or the various, what races they were?
Yes, there was, I know that, there was a couple of Andromedans in there. There was a mantis in there. There was like these faces that are kind of different. There was a lot of humanoids in there, some with uniforms on. And then, and I felt like I was inside of a ship, to tell you the truth, but I can't say that for sure.
Okay.
So it felt like it was a meeting of some type.
Okay. I think we're actually running over into John Waterman's show at this moment. So, all
right.
I want to thank you.
Sorry, John.
And we can do this again sometime, and maybe we'll bring you on and you can do more channeling. It was very interesting, and I do appreciate you coming forward, both of you, and being so forthright, and open to talk to people here. So this is Project Camelot, ProjectCamelot.org, ProjectCamelotPortal.com, Carrie Cassidy, and you can give your website, Joe, and your radio show right now, and then we'll just close.
It's www.universaltalk.info, and if they just click on that, they can find my website. And
apparently, yes, tomorrow is going to be Rebecca Jernigan, isn't that right?
Yes. I can't wait. It's going to be fun, and you're going to be on my show next week, so I wanted to throw that in too.
Also, okay. Take care, and thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.